Hi everyone. So the next thing we are doing is creating a user service. User service should be able to provide us all the different operations like create user, update user, delete user, fetch user, search user. All those things will be available in the user service. So this is our user module, the root module. And here, because user module depends on the user entity. So we need to tell that, okay, this module can access the user repository. But for that, you need to initialize it like this: TypeORM module.forFeature user entity. Now, user service can access user repository. Okay, this is a user service which will have all the methods. Okay, create user for sign up, and I created a simple DTO, user sign up DTO, which contains the email, first name, last name, and the password, because that is the basic things we need for user to sign up. So for that, we are writing injectable class user service, right? We will inject the user repository. So here, this is how you will inject the user repository, because we need a user service. Inside user service, we want to access the user repository, which will help us to create, update, delete user sign up DTO. And here we will try to create a user repository first dot create. Now we will set all the parameters on the user entity. So we are checking if there is an existing user with the same email. Yes. Then we just say conflict exception, that email already exists, you cannot create new one. Otherwise, we will just create a bcrypt version of the password using hash password. This is the method which we will define. We'll get a hash, and this is the same entity, user entity, user input, and we are overriding password, first name, last name. We are just converting them to the lower case if the user is entering the uppercase. And then what we will do inside the try catch, we can just say user entity dot save, user report dot save user entity, and we can just log everything. So here we are creating a hash version of the bcrypt password, bcrypt dot hash, and before saving the password, we are just overriding the password of the bcrypt version. And here inside try catch, you can improve it like error instance of conflict exception, then throw it. Otherwise, just throw new internal server exception. Okay, because this error will be the instance of HTTP exception. Okay, a simple user create. So similarly, you can define a couple of more methods like, okay, I wanted to find user by property, like you wanted to search user. So I will just try to write a method, and you can just, I will explain. You wanted to search user by the first name, last name, email, then simple query, right? Only the administrator user should be able to do it. Find one by email. This is the method which we will need later. You wanted to know, okay, this email really exists or not. We can just do email dot to lowercase, because we are saving email with the lowercase. Okay, then find one by user ID, and update also if we are supporting update. Find all user. That is like, okay, TypeORM dot user repository dot find, pass nothing, it will give you all the users. And if you want to update, right, if you want to update, like what all things you can update, can you update email, can you update password? So all those things we can just add. Okay, what are the new things which you want to add and update? For that we can write code. So that will be the CRUD operations: create, update, fetch, delete. Administrator user can also delete a user. So for that, you just need to do a simple operation, right? So let's take a look on to the user module. Here we have added a user service, user controller. So user controller, user service, which we are also exporting, because auth module will need user service. So in that case, auth, because authentication, we will need a logic to find a user by email ID, find a user by user ID, and we will be talking user service. So in that case, the user in authentication module, we need to add a dependency of a user module, and we are adding user service inside exports, so that this user service can be used inside a auth module. Okay, let's see the authentication things in the next video.